Well, good morning. Our hymn today is Burdens Are Lifted at Calvary. Matthew 11:28 tells us, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Today's hymn was written in 1952 by one of our contemporary songwriters, John M. Moore. The hymn was prompted by an experience that Dr. Moore had while serving as the assistant superintendent of the Seamen's Chapel in Glasgow, Scotland. He wrote, "A secretary of a large shipping firm telephoned and invited me to visit a young merchant seaman who was lying critically ill in a Glasgow hospital. I went there and went in to visit him, talked with him a few moments, and put my hand in my briefcase for a tract, not knowing which one I would pull out. It happened to be a tract based on Pilgrim's Progress, with a color reproduction of the pilgrim coming to the cross with a great burden on his back. I showed the young seaman this picture and told him the story in brief, adding that pilgrim's experience had been my experience too. And I explained that when I came to the cross of Christ, my burden rolled away along with my sense of sin and guilt. He nodded his head when I asked him, 'Do you feel this burden on your back today?' We prayed together, and never shall I forget the smile of peace and assurance that lit up his face when he said that his burden was lifted." Later that night, sitting by the fireside with paper and pen, I could not get the thought out of my mind. His burden is lifted. I started writing, but never for a moment did I imagine that this little hymn would become a favorite throughout the world. Since that time, I hear people all over the world who are being blessed and saved through the singing of this hymn. And don't forget to come back next Monday with another hymn that we'll share. And if you have a favorite, please let us know, and we'll see if we can find that too.